of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
White County Board of Supervisors meeting now in session. The Honorable President Carl McGee presides.
Okay, on the agenda, any additions to the agenda? Ms. Redmond, Planning Department? All right. Anyone else? All right. Mr. Burford? All right. Come on.
The Washington County, yeah, I like, Washington County Department of Human Services.
Okay. All right. Department of Human Services? Yes, ma'am. DHS. Anything else? If not, I need a motion to approve. And a second. Thank you, dear. All in favor, show by sign of aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. That's unanimous. And the minutes. Got a minute. I got a motion to approve
Yeah.
and a second. All in favor, show by sign of aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? I got one nay. All right. Mr. Justin Burke.
Good morning.
Hey now.
On grants, we had two come in, so an additional 60 grand did make it for the expungement clinics within the county for later in the year. We did receive word that the USDA RBDG grant did move to its final phase, so we should be hearing that on the Leland industrial site sometime within the next 2 months. We also heard from EPA that the 1.5 million made it to the final round. We should hear back from that one in the next 4 weeks. Haskell did begin their engineering work on the 642 acres at the Mid-Delta Airport. We should get renderings for that in about 4 weeks to choose from. They're going to present about 3 different options. Once we have that in hand, Headwaters will begin the phase 1, the phase 2, the cultural studies, and the wetland report. In the partnership with Mississippi State and CABS, we did receive 1.5 from USDA to begin the innovation hub that should go out in Stoneville, and then Mississippi State's coming in with an additional 750. We'll get invites out to y'all. We'll host a convening for them probably sometime in April, but it will bring in the additional partnerships for them to raise the last 750,000. But it won't be a request to the county. They're looking at federal opportunities for that. That is mainly where we are at. The brownfield work is moving forward. We have done around 70,000 square feet, and then we have done the legal work on about another 35 buildings so that that can continue.
Any questions for Mr. Birch?
I have
Come on.
the hub in Stoneville. So when are them doing this hub?
Yeah, it's supposed to be really around ag precision. Precision. Mainly, it's going to be for startups, and then they'll hopefully spin them out into businesses. But it's something that we have been wanting from Mississippi State for some time. With there being almost no, I would say venture capital in the state of Mississippi. The one thing we do have is just billions of dollars that runs through there for R&D, and that could
When you say
potentially
R&D, let me slow down.
research and development. They can potentially turn that out into companies that could exist here in Washington County or the Delta. If you're at the CAP Center, you know what I'm talking about? You know that land that's kind of behind it? That's where they're looking at building the innovation hub for it.
So it's really just talking to egg world.
Yeah, I mean, it'll all sort of center around what's happening in Stoneville.
So it's just only research.
I would say ag and aquaculture.
So it's research for egg and aquaculture. Anybody wants to start a business in that area.
Yeah. I mean, the R&D is already there. This is around taking that research and development and potentially making it into a company.
All right. How many of y'all think y'all started?
That's a Mississippi State question. I'm not sure.
So we're just gonna provide it. You just gonna create it and then they're gonna run it. That's what you're saying.
They are the creator of it, so technically they are the grantee that it's coming through. We're more here to create the alignment around the different sectors that need to feed into it.
So when you apply for a grant, how much you say you got approved for?
So they're the grantee ultimately. They have 1.5 million, and then Mississippi State came in with another 750.
When you say they, who is they? 1.5?
Mississippi State University.
So Mississippi State gave 1.5 million, then they gave.
No, they received 1.5 million, and then they're putting in
Okay,
750,000.
I was thinking that y'all would get the grant, but it's Mississippi State that you.
It's a collaboration, yeah.
Okay, but Mississippi State is the receiver.
They're the ultimate grantee,
Okay.
yeah.
I misunderstood your mission with the, now I understand.
Any other questions? Go ahead, Lee.
This is kind of off that subject. I may have mentioned this to you before, but if you would take a look at it and see, we have rails to trails all across this country, taking the old railroad tracks and turning them into a bike paths. We got to looking, downtown Cleveland has a portion of that little part that you see, and even Hollandale has that portion of that. And just see if there's any money out there, because a lot of the communities across the country, just connecting those, Hollandale to Cleveland for bike paths, and it does, like I said, they're from, coast to coast on those things. And I don't know if there's, what kind of money's out there for that. But would you just check on that
Is there
just to
any-
see?
Yeah, we can do that. Is there any particular rail that you want to look at for it?
Well, you can look at, even Hattiesburg has it. It's called.
I mean, like in county, is there a specific section here? Is it
Oh, well,
like
no.
old
From the
CNG or-
I'd love to see Hollandale connected to Cleveland. That full amount. And you'd be surprised at the people that travel across the country to do those different trails and stuff. So you're talking about a pretty good stretch. You could even go further, but that would, in my mind, that would be the first part of it. I'd love to see that happen. On those old.
Yeah, we have a meeting. I'll add it to our agenda next month. We have a meeting for them about the rail that's currently not in use from the airport to the port, and we'll just add that to the agenda to look at the other ones as
Yeah,
well.
just see what's
Okay.
available. All right, thank
Yep, we can do it.
So while you're looking at it, would you look at it also for Elizabeth to Leland,
Elizabeth to
to
Leland.
the
Okay.
downtown area?
Okay. Yep.
Any other questions for Justin? Justin, we appreciate it.
Yes, sir. Y'all have a good one.
All right. Number 5, we removed Tanya Fuller, requesting permission to serve alcoholic beverages at the Washington County Multiplex for a 50-year birthday celebration on March 28th, 2026. Jerry?
So moved.
I need a second. Second. I'm gonna second it. Any other questions? All in favor, show by sign of aye. Any opposed?
Nay.
I got one nay. Ms. Fuller?
Yes.
You need to take your necessary paperwork, make sure you got security in place and everything, okay?
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
That's it.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you all. Have a good day.
And where do I do that at?
Start right there. There, Sheriff Department. And then you have to go to the convention center, make sure you got all your paperwork in place. All right, Ms. Redmond.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Hey now.
Black Bayou Water Association is requesting a use and occupancy permit for right-of-way to construct a 20-foot, 2-inch, I can say these, but I don't know if nobody in the engineer's not here, it's SDR 11 HDPE. It's a casing board to a house with a 1-inch water line across Murrell Road, 700 feet south of Riverside Road.
All right.
And it has been approved by the engineer and the county road.
So moved.
Got a motion? And a second. Any questions? All in favor, show by sign of aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
Thank you.
Thank you.
That was quick, wasn't it?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Burford?
Let's see if I can beat her. Good morning.
Good morning.
It's that time after a disaster where we start trying to get some money back, so I am here to request that the board appoint me as the applicant agent for the FEMA Declaration 4899, which was the winter storm, January 23rd through the 27th.
Everybody understand? Give me a motion.
So moved.
And a second. All in favor, show by sign of aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
I think I did it.
Lee?
I do have one question. I'm not requesting it this moment, but we do still have a lot of debris down around Lake Washington and that area we've been
Okay.
working on, but it is still taking some of our resources away, and I wonder if it's something that we could possibly contract out, you know, to help pick up some of that debris. I know we talked about that in the beginning, right after the ice storm. Is that something that's possible to contract that out to be reimbursed on that?
Yes, you can.
What's the steps of doing that?
You have to bid it out, take the bids and choose a bid and
Okay,
send them to it.
okay.
But we'll have to get a,
I mean, we've made I mean, and they're working on it, but it's taking some resources and time, you know, away from the road crew and stuff like that. They're trying not to, you know, using the dump trucks and stuff.
Let's take a look at that. We'll add Hollandale in there as well.
Okay.
And see where they are.
Maybe worth our while.
Yeah. And David, you've done an assessment on the areas that still have debris down?
no, Hollandale's all I was aware of. I talked to Clay on the 20th, I believe.
Hmm?
And he said that they were cutting off their debris removal then, and they were just gonna do it with their normal routine of
Okay.
picking up.
All right, let's take a look at that and let us go ahead and move forward with that. What, I need a motion, Griff? And come back next meeting with bids? Yes.
Just a motion to authorize, did we make a motion to appoint?
Yeah, we've
Yeah,
already done
okay.
that, yeah.
To authorize him to begin the process so that you can procure bids.
So moved.
I got a motion?
Sir.
Get second. All in favor, show by sign of aye. Any opposed?
And I'm assuming
Motion
that's all
carries.
over the county,
Show me
wherever we
approval.
need
Show
it.
me
in the
approval
county.
side of the room.
Yeah,
Just
gotcha.
giving him
Not
authority
necessarily
to
just
gather
there,
the
but just,
information.
you know, all over. Okay.
We'll talk. Yeah. Thank you, David.
Man.
Ms. Brooks had DHS on the list.
What is that? What
Did-
is
did we-
what is
did we
that?
get everyone?
Man.
Ms. Brooks, DHS?
Man.
Oh, yes, I was over at Department of Services, last week. The parking lot is the pool, but actually I failed. And so the concern is we need to upgrade that, parking lot. It is bad over there. And,
Alright.
yes, I feel I hurt myself. I'm not suing the county, but I don't want nobody else to hurt themselves over there. So that's why I'm bringing to the board's attention that the parking lot at Department of Human Services is terrible. I fell and I hurt myself on last week. So my concern is I'm bringing to the board's attention that we need to repave that parking lot. And I know you see it every day, Mr. Griffin. You can attest that it's deplorable.
There's no need to attest, Mr. Griffin. We've got that in our legislative ask. We've put it in there for the last 2 years. And of course, last year, the governor made a decision not to fund any of it. We had some other issues the prior year. But the parking lot at DHS, I want to say is $350,000, maybe a little bit more. We're also taking a look at, as part of that ask, several other things. But the DHS parking lot has been recognized to be an issue. And yes, we're going to actually fix that.
So my biggest concern, if we do not receive the legislative ask
Mhm.
from the state, where do we go next? I'm making.
We'll have to actually put the money up out of our funds.
I would like us to start thinking about that because, it's a lot of ask out there and I saw a lot of the legislators ask and one of our legislators asked for almost $10 million for Washington County. And I'm sure we won't get half of it, probably won't even get a fourth of it. But the point I'm making is the concern is the liability for anyone else, at the Department of Human Services. Cause I would hate for someone to hurt themselves like I did.
All right. I'm glad you are able to be here with us today. You didn't hurt yourself too severely. But what we'll do, we'll get the road department to go over and actually take a quick look at that. And any necessary patches, we'll go ahead and make that happen, Ms. Brooks.
It's
Not a problem.
patches.
All right. That's all you have for DHS?
That's the most important thing right now is liability for the citizens,
All right.
protecting the citizens from
Miss-
being hurt.
Oh, Mark, how you doing? I'm good. Come on up.
Good morning, everyone.
Sorry about that.
First of all, I have a petition for reduction for a double assessment. Kingstop and Kingstop Tanks, they changed their name to Fast Gas, and we did not remove Kingstop, which was the same identical assessment from the roll. So we're just asking us for permission to correct the rolls to remove Kingstop and its tanks from our roll.
So moved.
Got a motion? And a second. Thank you, Tom. All in favor, show by sign of aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
Also ask for permission to attend the Mississippi State University Annual Conference, which is held on May 26th through the 28th at Beau Rivage Casino in Biloxi, Mississippi. I imagine it'll be around $1,000.
You can't go.
Second.
Can't go.
Can't go?
I got a motion and a second. All in favor, show by sign of aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
Thank you.
Mark, you familiar with this? Let Mark see that. Pass it around. Don't, go ahead, pass that to Mark. Take a look at that. We'll come back to you, Mark. Ms. Carter? Oh, he gave it to you. That's what you gave to her. What is this, Mark? Hey.
I like to remember items in the agenda. The time, you know, they sell the property.
Tax sales.
Taxes.
We talked about
Taxes.
changing from electronic back to everything.
Yeah.
To personal.
All right, we'll
Did I get done?
okay.
In your office?
I got a motion to place the tax sale on the agenda.
So moved.
Got a
Second,
motion?
I'm sorry.
I got a second. All in favor, show by sign of aye. Any opposed? That's unanimous, motion carries. Mark, go ahead. What is this?
That letter is just a response to a letter that was written to me from
Mhm.
Ms. Watkins.
Mhm.
She was inquiring about a property at 337 North Theobald Street and the value of it. We've got it assessed at its lowest possible rate. And so it actually includes two other properties, which makes up its total value. I think it comes to like $15,000 for 3 properties. So I was just responding to her, letting her know that I did receive her letter and the status of the property and the value.
You familiar with this, Mr. Stern?
Yes, sir, I've seen it.
All right.
Mr. Sears sent me a copy.
All right, anything for us to do?
No,
Excuse me.
not unless she comes before the board.
I hadn't heard anything else from her.
You hadn't heard anything else from him?
I just copied you guys because she copied you guys originally in her letter, so I just responded.
Okay. All right. We'll see. Ms. Watkins lives in my district. We'll touch base and see where we stand. Appreciate you.
Thank you.
Ms. Brooks, oh, I'm sorry. Let her go. Yeah, Ms. Brooks.
Oh, yeah, just going back to the tax sale, I know we talked about it earlier this year, and I know the time is coming around, and I'm bringing it back up because I was reminded that, the concern we got citizens and, you know, having competition with people outside our state. And I know we had some issues with another property that purchased. Not that I have a problem with anybody that go online and purchase. I just think if you're gonna do it, come to our location, it's other locations. So, I'm just bringing it to the board's attention that we do not do electronic, we do it on, at the locations we've done in the past.
What she's saying is, oh, I'm sorry, Lee.
I think we voted on it to do that,
Right.
actually. We voted to do what you're talking
Voted to
about.
cancel that
Yeah,
contract.
we've already, we discussed it. The only, and if I'm pretty sure we done that, didn't we? Okay, check the minutes, but I thought we took, but saying
I
that,
think
I would
there's a-
suggest, and I'm about 90% in agreement with you on that. The only thing I would suggest, I would love to hear from the collector, just to see the benefit, what are we doing, you know, one outweighs the other. And I would like to hear from her if we have not taken a vote on, even if we have, we could always change that. But I would love to hear from her to say, this is the benefit of doing it, this is not, you know, and then that way we have a clear understanding of, you know, how this is handled in the best way for the county.
Ms. Carter is calling the collector right now.
Okay.
Ms. Bernadine, you ready with your report? You have anything for us this morning?
Okay, I received notification from Scott Phillips regarding an advertisement of the Walker Street property. It's going to be advertised the 18th, the 25th, and April 1 for bid opening on the 6th.
What's the address on the Walker Street property?
130.
130.
Is that the same property that we rejected?
Same
Okay,
property
That they said they wasn't gonna do anything with?
okay.
but they wanted, you authorized them to re-advertise the bid.
So moved.
Second.
Everybody understand? All in favor, show by sign of aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
Payment of fiscal year 2024 National Forestry Fund in the amount of $2.44 from David McRae, the treasurer.
Need a motion to accept? I got a motion in a second, I'm sorry. All in favor, show by sign of aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. Wow.
I received notification from Mr. Hardeman, and I sent it to all board members
Mm-hmm.
regarding the signage for this rodeo that he's trying to do.
Yeah.
And it's imperative, he claims, that the signage be corrected. I'm not sure if that will go out there, I don't know what it is. The signage for the rodeo.
What it is, I guess it's an informational piece talking about rodeos or anything involving livestock. You have to have this signage that basically states that it indemnifies the promoter, I believe. Mr. Griffin will look at it and review it and letting people know if they actually have any injuries, anything like that, the promoter is not responsible.
So I didn't, all right, let's go back. So these are the people that's participating?
These are the people that, if you as a participant or even a guest, I have to have the attorney review it and make sure what it's saying and let him give you his legal interpretation of it.
What is he requesting? Is it not correct?
No, we don't have the signage out there. He
Okay.
requested that it be
Sound like
posted out
something
there.
you
But my thing is, the people that's participating, don't they do a little application or something that's on their application?
I'm not sure what the promoters do, but we require they have insurance to promote it when they come onto the property. And so what they do with the participants, as far as that registration process, I'm not sure. We've never checked it that close. And
I'm a little concerned that he put it on the signage now. That is mind-boggling.
it is kind of strange, a little different, but at the attorney review it, we'll have a conversation and we'll do what's appropriate if that's okay with the board.
Yeah, because
Excuse me?
if they trying to opt out of, trying to invoke a disclaimer on liability, we certainly got to scrutinize it very carefully.
Okay, so
Yes, sir.
we'll take a look at, we'll take the appropriate action.
Gotcha.
Before, that means before any activity happens on the property,
Yes,
Yeah.
when is the rodeo?
2 months.
2 months. Would
Maybe
you
a
get me
month.
a copy of that so we can look at it? Just send me a copy of it.
I sent it to,
Yes,
You got, okay.
yes.
Everybody should have had it on email.
yes.
All right.
I have correspondence from the Delta Health Center, Greenville Super Clinic.
Everybody understand what that is?
Yeah,
And
You all
they're
should-
asking the board, first of all, they want to thank the board for its continued leadership and commitment to strengthen healthcare access for residents of Washington County and the greater Mississippi Delta.
Everybody familiar with that letter?
They have
Yeah.
attached a letter for Delta Health Center Greenville Super Clinic, an initiative designed to significantly expand access to primary and preventative care services for families across the region. As a summation, they're asking this board to support them in their initiative.
In the amount
It's
of,
broader than that.
in the amount of,
$1 million.
in the amount of $1 million.
Well,
$1 million, they're asking renewed request for a $1 million appropriation from Washington County to support the development of Delta Health Center Greenville Super Clinic.
what it is, they gonna have a broad based expansion of their activities, and they're saying, I think the cost is about 20 mil, and they asking this county to obligate $1 million from its general fund to assist in this project.
Okay. That's the ask. Questions, comments?
Yeah.
I think Delta Health Center is a wonderful clinic. I think it does a lot in our community. They see people who don't have health insurance, and so that is a gateway for anyone that do not have health insurance. They can see pretty much any type of doctor you need to see. Do we have $1 million? I don't know, but I think we should support. I don't know if we can financially support $1 million.
Anyone else? Let me say this to you. Right now, you are in the healthcare business with Delta Health Systems, and you are entertaining the idea of giving a potential competitor $1 million. Rethink that. Think about it before you move forward. Anyone else?
Mr. President?
Yes, ma'am.
They're not in competition. Delta Health Center Systems is a hospital. Delta Health Center is a rural clinic. They receive federal funding to help people who do not have health insurance. Unlike Delta Health Systems, you have to have some form of health insurance. So the concern is, let's not get them mixed up. One is a hospital, and the other is a rural health clinic that provides services to everyone.
Okay. You ever heard of the Greenville Clinic, Ms. Brooks?
The Greenville Clinic.
Yeah.
Which Greenville Clinic?
It's only one out in Colorado. My point is this, the hospital has clinics as well. And they have a diverse, I'm going to just say, portfolio. And I cannot support supporting a competitor. That's just going to be my vote.
So the Greenville Clinic, do they see patients who do not have health insurance?
When you get the report from Ms. Stacker, she talks to you about indigent care and the cost of it. Indigent care is people who do not have health care coverage, and it's in the millions.
You know, I was talking to Mrs.
All right, I'll get you when she
Stacker
finishes.
before, and I'm talking to some of the board members about starting a partner with Delta Health Center for patients that they can see that do not have health insurance. Versus being more competition is how do we work together. So if we had a situation where we had certain patients that come in through the emergency room or go to their clinic who do not have health insurance, and we had a relationship with Delta Health Center, that would offset those numbers of people who's going there and they don't have health insurance. I think we need to find ways on how we work together versus putting the competition piece in, because at the end of the day, it's the same people in Washington County that would need these services, and we have to identify how do we work together versus saying competition, because I don't think it's competition. I think a hospital is not in competition of a rural clinic, because you go to a rural clinic, you cannot stay overnight. You go there, they see you, tell you what's wrong with you, they may give you some medicine, but if you have to stay overnight, go to a hospital, you will not stay at the rural health clinic, and they don't even provide this services. So I think, let's think about how do we work together to ensure that everyone has some form of health provider in our county.
Yes, ma'am. Ms. Griffin?
Yeah, one thing I want to emphasize is the fact that the community hospitals have a duty, Ms. Brooks and Mr. McGee and board members,
I'm well aware.
to
Mr. Griffin.
ensure that that indigent care is provided. They're obligated to maintain, for instance, an emergency room to ensure that the health care is provided. They cannot reject anyone who comes to that emergency room for care under any circumstance. They have to provide it. Either that or ensure that they obtain it somewhere else. In fairness to Delta Health Center, they do have clinics. Some years ago, Delta decided to purchase many of the medical clinics owned by the private doctors around here. So they do have clinics, okay?
How many clinics do they own? Because I'm only familiar
I'm
with the
not
one
sure.
that's in the hospital.
I'm not sure anymore. I do know some doctors that they bought out, for instance, Dr. Payne back in the
Don't
day.
call the name now.
You can call names. The Payne Healthcare Clinic, they purchased it. Gamma Brothers, they purchased it. They interest in that. Out here
You taking a chance
on
with us, Rick?
Colorado, they purchased interest in that. Those are just facts, Mr. McGee.
Okay.
And the public ought to know that, okay? Those are facts that the public needs to know. So they have outreach clinics. Now, do we need to do a better job of making certain that because they have these clinics, that the public knows this so that those who cannot afford health care can reach out to them, or that the hospital will create a mechanism where they can obtain that help, that care that they need. But we gotta figure out how to improve and expand and enhance the quality of health care that we provide in this community. Yes, that, you know, this sounds like an attractive idea, but the question is whether or not it's in the best interest of the county. It's in the best interest of the county to put $1 million in Delta Health Center rather than try and do all it can to improve the quality of health care in its own community health hospital.
Attorney Griffin, just for clarity, because you bring something to my attention I was not aware of. So you're saying that the clinics that the hospital purchased, people don't have health insurance can go to those clinics and get those same services? Is that what you're saying?
That's not what I said.
Okay, I just want to be clear.
I can say this, they have a right to go to the hospital at any time and go to that emergency room, and we have to provide services to anyone, regardless of race, color, creed, ability to pay or whatever. All right? Now, I don't know what the contractual relationships are between the doctors and et cetera, but if a doctor sees you, a doctor has a right to also invite you to that office, okay? And because they are on the payroll of Delta Health System, then they would have to continue to provide that health care.
So, Attorney Griffin, I'm a member of Southern Rural Black Women's Initiative, working with the Children Defense Fund, and one of the things we're working towards is that people do not use the emergency room as their main form of health care, okay? We have a lot of that going on here in Washington County and throughout the Delta. That is not the way health care is supposed to go. It's just for an emergency, but we have a large number of people, not in Washington County, but throughout the Delta, that's their only source of health care because they don't have health insurance, and so they use entities like Delta Health Center. So let's not promote encouraging people as emergency room as a form of health care, the only form of health care when we have other. It's only for an emergency because you got some people, that's what they do. They go there and they're almost about to die because they don't have health insurance. They don't have the entities where they can get be proactive, get what they need, and they go to the emergency room for the last minute. So what ends up happening there, the county pays for that free health care, and on top of that, a lot of times it's too late. So let's be proactive. We do have Delta Health Center, and if we have clinics where people can get the health care they need prior to just going to the emergency room, but then we need to share that with them. If those clinics provide free services. If not, then let's be honest, because we got a large number of people right here that's listening to us that do not have health insurance. I was one of them. For 2 years, I did not have, and I imagine I'm in the know. And it was hard finding entities to get health care, proper health care. So let's not be blighted on people who really need health care in our county.
And I assure you, Ms. Brooks,
Y'all wrap it up now.
Yes, that is not the intent.
Okay.
Let me just give you a little history of Willie Griffin. I worked in the lab because I was going to become a lab technician. I worked in the lab at Delta Health Center. I am a strong proponent, always have been. I have represented Delta Health Center. I'm a strong proponent of Delta Health Center, always will be. But now watch this, Ms. Brooks. What you said is beautiful, except here's the problem, okay?
I didn't say be beautiful, I was speaking facts.
from 6 p.m. daily to 8 a.m. The only available source when people need them most will be your hospitals to provide health care. On weekends, when people need health care, the hospital will provide it. I'm saying we have to first ensure that the hospital that you are responsible for, because the law says, Ms. Brooks, as a supervisor, you're responsible for maintaining a community hospital or to ensure that indigent care is gotten somewhere else.
I'm not
So-
disagreeing with you, Attorney Griffin, but what I am saying is this right here. If we have an entity where people can go see a regular doctor, like, as people with health insurance, and they provide those services, and also Delta Health Center is open on Saturdays, just be clear from that. From,
till noon.
no, to 8 to
Okay.
5 in Leland, Mississippi,
Okay.
from 8 to
A
5.
component of this project
And
is
so the-
24-hour, 24/7
Yes.
access.
And so the thing is, I agree. Yes, I'm not knocking. I support our hospital as well. All I'm saying is, let's not promote the emergency room as a form of health care for people who may have chronic illnesses. That's all I'm saying. We have to find ways to help everybody. And so let's say you're having some really bad pains. Like this one lady I met, she was working at the fish factory, and they didn't have any health insurance. And the only thing she did was go to the emergency room. The lady called me 2 times. I was helping the Fannie Lou Hamer Cancer Foundation out. And she took me into her house. She raised her shirt up, and she had pus coming out her breast because the only health provider she had was the emergency room, okay? But anyway, long story short, the Fannie Lou Hamer Cancer Foundation worked with the lady,
Okay.
got her, health, she got Medicaid and all that type of stuff, and she did go to procedure, and she started seeing a doctor. So the concern is we have a large number of people that actually work also and don't have health insurance. So the concern is just not the people who don't work, it's a lot of people that work and their job do not provide health insurance. So we got to make sure we look out for everyone.
I'm like the attorney, I'm thankful for Death Health Center. I mean, they do, a lot of good things, but we have to be concerned about Delta Health Systems, our hospital. And before I would do $1 million, I would take $1 million and give to our hospital. We just complained about the Arcola Clinic being shut down. $1 million would go a long way to our own hospital. If we want to do something like, they've got buildings already available. They can set up for clinics. So before I would, do the $1 million there, I would give it to our hospital and say, hey, there's places that you can open, and set up a clinic and to the people that do not have insurance. But they've got several buildings, that's vacant. So before I would give $1 million to that, I'd give it to our hospital to be able to open up. And again, we just, we were concerned about the Arcola Clinic, not being open. That would go a long way for that type of thing. So
Okay.
that's just.
I'm happy to
Board, I'm
hear.
gonna ask.
I'm happy to hear you say that. Well, we got the $1 million, but then why don't we do that?
All
Well,
right.
where's the $1 million at?
I mean, my thing is, you said we give it. Why don't we give it to our clinics then? I mean, if we gonna do it, I'm all 110 for that.
All right. Since you're 110, everybody else is on board. I want you to think about this, and we'll put it on the agenda for next week because we've got to let Delta Health Center know the position that we're going to take. Not asking you to take a vote today, but this gives you an opportunity to do some research and, get your numbers together and figure out what's going on. And we'll see what happens.
Mr. President,
Hey.
I have a question. When did they say they were gonna start building the facility?
I don't have a date. I think it's going to be either this year or next year, but they pull it all the financing together.
Okay.
Actually, they say they're gonna finish it by the end of
No.
this year.
They say finish.
Yeah.
Hey, well, we'll look at that. Ms. Lee.
Also, did they talk about what services they're gonna be providing in this?
Plus, it's just a number of services. It was all in the proposal that came out last year. So
Could
we'd
you
have to
find
I'd have-
out and get to us all the services that we'll be providing in this
Absolutely.
super clinic? Because I know one of them was a pharmacy,
Oh, yeah.
late hours.
All right, we'll do that. We'll pass out the letter we got last year in the initial request. So everyone will know. It'll come on your email and you'll get a special notification that it's there. We'll work that out. Anything else? All right, this is part of the clerk's report. And Ms. Carter, do you have it in your report, the reappointment for the Drainage Commission? No. You don't?
The attorney sent the request.
You familiar with that one?
It's been on 2 meetings.
But go ahead, I'm sorry.
It's been on 2 meeting agendas. It's a normal process that they do, but this particular one, they referred.
Oh, Ms. Lee, we ready?
Mr. Midley sent the request
I'm ready.
from Cameron and to the agenda.
Okay.
For it was the oversight, really.
All right.
And I'll pair 'em up with these other appointments that you need.
Yeah, we're gonna do the appointments. Let me deviate for a hot second. Ms. Lee is real busy. She's taking up her time to come over. Ms. Lee, would you come up, please? We have a question for you. What's your position on online bidding?
What's my position?
Online bidding at the property center.
As always, we're gonna have it.
Okay? Lee?
What's the, we were just wondering, what's the pros versus the cons on stuff like that? You know, in online bidding, I'm sure there's some good things, but in-person bidding, I'm sure there's, you know, some good things. Just tell us what would be if we, you know, what was the benefit of going to the online bidding?
The benefit of going to the online bidding was that, first of all, it don't take up all my day for 4 days. The second thing is, it's very good for everyone to take part in the online bidding, because now you don't have just a set few of people that's here, it's abroad.
Okay.
So and you get a lot more overbids, that sort of thing. So it really helps.
And then I guess is there any downside to the online bidding?
No, it goes just as smoothly. I mean, I can go on and I can check it as it go along all day. I know where they are when they're done. Once everything closes out, the money is there, we're finished, because they have to submit their registration, they have to submit a blank check. And so I know how much everybody costs. I can just write that check out and we're done.
And then when you say the overbidding, I guess people get in a bidding war
They get in a
over
bidding
that.
war.
So have you ever seen that before in, you know, at
No,
the courthouse steps?
When we were doing it,
Here,
no,
yeah.
it was some overbidding, but it was not a big amount. So now you got a broader people from all over the place online bidding on these taxes, and it brings it back another set of revenue for you as far as as far as overbids.
And how many years have we done the online bidding?
Three or four, yeah.
And what was the original reason we went to that, the online bidding, just a broader?
COVID, yeah, it was
I think you're
COVID,
right,
actually,
yeah.
it was COVID.
Yeah,
It was it?
Yeah.
Ooh, okay, that's
Yeah,
longer than I
it's been
thought.
longer than that, it's
Yeah.
been about 4 or 5,
okay.
yeah. So it's because of COVID.
Okay.
Any other questions?
Yeah, I do have a question. What about, I guess that one of the concerns I was getting from citizens that, you know, we have a lot of people outside of Mississippi that's purchasing this property. And I know we had a situation before with an apartment complex that was purchased from an entity outside of the state. So how do we address those issues when they don't adhere to state regulations? And I know
The building codes.
and I know that the transfer clerk's office really kind of run into that a lot. Have y'all ran into that to work with them on some of the issues they've had with people purchasing outside of the state?
When they purchase, they're not purchasing the buildings or the land, they're just paying the taxes. So if it go 3 years delinquent, they loses that. Then that is impaired on the chancellor
What I'm
clerk.
saying.
Yeah,
You
but
have-
there is, yeah, we've seen it. And I
Okay.
mean, I don't know what the problem is.
Well, we had a problem with the apartment situation, and the board had to address the issue with the company. I think they were out of California, if I'm correct. And so the concern is that, in my opinion, I just think Washington County is so special, and I just think if you're gonna come and you're gonna buy the purchase the taxes, and over 3 years you wanna purchase the property, I think you should come here. We're just as important as any other location in the United States of America.
Well, to me, as far as the online auction, things are changing.
I know things
Is
have changed.
sitting in front of a whole lot of people
it's gotten kind of old. And the way they're doing things now, as far as the situation, as far as them losing their property, that's on them. If they'd have paid their taxes, then we wouldn't be in this problem. We wouldn't have this situation, right? So if I didn't pay my taxes for 3 years, I lose my property. So what is the, I mean, I don't understand what the problem is.
Well, the concern is I've had numerous citizens to come to me and talk to me about it across the board. It's not just one group of people. Actually, it was brought to my attention last year, and I brought it to the board's attention because I don't know if other members have received contact from people, but they are concerned about it. But I wouldn't be so passive to say if somebody just don't pay,
I mean,
that's
that's
their
just
fault.
the way it is.
I'm
Mark.
not gonna say it's just the way it is because you never know what's going on in
Well,
people's
that's true.
world.
So
But
they have a
as-
chance to redeem their property taxes.
All right.
Okay, so I mean, I don't know how else to say it.
And I know more affluent communities, they still bid in their county. They
No,
don't
they
do.
don't. Every
All right.
county now is on.
We're gonna wrap this one
land
up.
auction.
I can give you 3 that don't.
Ms. Brooke, Ms.
And
Brooke,
all 3 are affluent.
thank you, Ms. Brooke. Come on, Brooke, and we're gonna wrap this up. I'm gonna throw
Yeah,
something
yeah,
in too.
I just want to clear to one thing. The law requires taxpayers to pay their taxes and give them, this state favors ownership of property. It favors protecting the owners of property. It favors a mechanism to ensure that you have an opportunity to redeem your property, okay? Neither the tax collector, nor the transfer clerk, nor this board can interfere with that, all right? There is a duty on the part of the taxpayer to pay your taxes on that property. The Mississippi Supreme Court has said that every taxpayer know or ought to know that he or she owes some taxes, or you ought to check on your property to see that the tax is paid. Now, notwithstanding that, the legislature has said that we're gonna protect you, okay? We're gonna ensure that you're protected. That has been being done. Our folks, Ms. Brooks, have a duty to comply with the law.
Okay.
All right? And now, with respect to what happened to the apartment complex, they just failed to pay the taxes, all right? And came in here and threw us a ball of crap about they didn't get notice and came over there and brought a check that was insufficient and so forth and so. There's a lot of stuff that you don't know about what happened to that property,
Well,
okay?
maybe I should share, everybody should be one side.
Let me throw one.
Now we in
let me-
court again with them.
Let me throw one thing in.
Yes, sir.
One of the major issues or concerns about online bidding on properties is you have absentee landowners, absentee landlords, potentially.
Yes.
And they don't maintain their assets. Tenants have rights too. They don't take care of the properties. It's just an investment property. And they soak it for as much as they can get. Trust me. And one of the major problems from a governance standpoint is the blight that's left behind from out of town or absentee property owners, my opinion.
Yeah, okay.
I see it. I've been kicked because of the same situation.
Let me
But
ask
you have to maintain your assets regardless of where you live.
Mr. President, let me ask you this
But
question.
that's the only thing with online bidding that I would kick against it.
Let me
But
ask
she
you-
wouldn't know.
Let me ask you this question.
We gotta wrap this up.
Yes. What percentage of property is lost in this process?
Which
Very-
process?
Very small. In the bidding process or in the tax purchasing process, very few properties are lost, okay? Yeah, there's some that's lost to absentee landowners and to local landowners.
Okay.
But very few are lost because people, people have, once they realize they're about to lose their property, they try to come in and redeem it, all right?
Well.
I doubt if 1% is lost.
Well, I'm gonna differ with you, and I'm gonna tell you why.
Okay.
If you look at, from the Department of Revenue, the number of properties across this county, I'm gonna stay in Washington County, that's owned now by the state.
Yep.
Okay? Because people invested in it. It didn't turn out like they wanted to, and they failed to pay taxes, and it's so
Okay.
Just like
blighted.
you say, they failed to pay it. They
They
didn't
just-
pay it. They
they
didn't
just
want to
said-
pay it.
They didn't want to pay it.
Okay.
They, same thing. They decided to let it go.
So what we do?
Can't
We
do it.
not sell the tax?
No.
Okay.
I'm just, my thing, that's part of the
Loss.
absentee or the online bidding process. It's just part of it, minuscule amount.
So you think, you're saying these people, they acquire it at a tax sale,
Mhm.
then it goes to a tax deed, and then they don't manage it?
It don't, the I'm sorry, Lee.
Yeah, they don't
I
invest
think
in
what he
it.
said, no, it's not turning out like they thought. They thought they bought the taxes, they thought they had something, and then when they said they didn't, they just let it go.
Okay.
And didn't take care of it at all, and then it just left for us to, that's what he said.
What about state property that
That's it.
is growed up?
That's
They
it.
can't come in and clean it up.
No.
That's how the state end up getting it from a people purchasing.
Thank you. That's what I mean.
But
They're
but we
purchasing it.
I
still
appreciate what Ms. Lee is doing.
No, that's
And let me
not
be
how-
clear,
that's-
let me be
may I
clear
say
about something.
That's not how the state just get it now, just because it's growing up in there. The state gets it because nobody's
Cause
is
nobody
paying the
But we
taxes.
agree with
No
That's what we're
bidder is
saying.
going for
That's
it,
right.
and they letting it go.
All right, that's what we're saying.
So that's why the state ends up with it.
And we appreciate that. But now tell me if I'm wrong. But the decision to do online bidding lies where?
In the board? Within, the tax collector makes a request of the board.
And
The
she
board
did.
has discretion to grant or deny.
And she did. What's the position of the board?
I would like for us to go back to, doing the bidding, here.
That's your motion? Got a motion on the floor that goes against what the tax collector wants? There's a motion on the floor.
I've got a little bit of, I'm riding the fence on that right now, because, number one, I understand what you're saying too, Carl, that,
Oh, I'm gonna vote for it. I'm gonna give her what she wants.
okay, but when people buy property here and they think, okay, well, I'm gonna make some money here, and they see they don't, I understand what you're saying, then they just let it go, because they're, local people have a better understanding of what, they're entered into, and chances are they'll take better care of it. I just, and I understand we get overbidding, with that, you have the potential to have overbidding, and the county gets probably a little bit, at times they make more money on that.
What, when you say the local people have understanding of what?
Well, I'll give you a bit, like Carl was talking, just say for instance, if I'm in California and we're making a bid on something, and a lot of, when people, come to this area, because I've got a lot of property too, I don't do tax sale, but I have a lot of property.
That's
But-
because you pay your taxes, that's why you don't do the
But I'm
taxes.
just saying, they think, they look at it and think, oh, we can make some money off that. When they see they're not making any money, some of the stuff that's bought, they're looking at numbers, and when they don't, and they see they can't turn that around, then it just kind of goes south. They just let it go, and they're not gonna, continue to pay tax, they just let it go,
No, okay.
We have, just like for years, the one on, that's been a problem, on Kings Lane and that apartment complex, and there are some other ones that come with that, it's been sitting there vacant for years and not taken care of. But, I understand both ways, I really do, I really, really do, and, I would just, what would be our deadline for making a decision? Because if I had to pick
Oh,
today,
it's happening now.
Too late.
You can't do nothing with it this year.
Huh?
Can't do anything with it this year.
Can I address what
This
you
is going on with, because it's already doing,
Yeah.
online.
This is for 2027.
Okay, gotcha.
But what I do,
Well,
I
May I
rescind
say
my
something?
motion
Because
until they get a chance to
to
get.
what you said, people at like California, they send people here to scout to see what they want to bid on. They're not actually buying the property at that time. So let's understand that. They're just paying the taxes. That's all they're doing. We're not selling property taxes. A lot of people think we sell property, we sell the taxes, first of all.
And their intent is
But
to
Their
it's after
intent,
3
their
days.
intent is to get it in 3 years, but
After 3 years.
let's say this, if that person called and had went to the tax sale last year, they still want to have an opportunity to get it because that'll be the second year. So it's the things that they have to do. They have to research and find out where their property
Let me
is.
say this.
Okay.
This is what they really
Okay.
want. They really want people to pay the penalties.
To
If
redeem.
They want to make money off it.
They wanna
don't
make-
want the property.
It's an interest.
That's right. They don't
Exactly.
want the property. That's the problem, is when it goes to, they don't, they really want that. They don't want the property.
Exactly.
And when people
Right.
don't redeem that, that's when we
Exactly.
run into that.
Now, I got a
And so
motion.
that is an issue
I got 'em.
And let me give you an
And
example.
another thing, local people don't understand this, the one that own the property, once it's lost 3 years, they don't understand that they can fight that. These people just got an interest in this property. They do not own the property. And what I get mad about is those people who come, they pay those taxes, now they wanna make people pay them. When you should be paying those back taxes in an acquired tax deed, but that's not the case. So,
All right.
that's just one issue that I don't
Let me
like.
give Ms. Bernadine, we're gonna wrap this up. Ms. Bernadine,
I need to offer, one thing here.
I got a mo,
They don't get 3 years.
Right. Mm-mm.
Taxes come out in November.
Right.
At the end of that year, that's 1 year
One
already.
year. Mhm.
That's
So
right.
they don't get
No.
3 years.
So really, they just get 2.
Right.
You get, the
2 and a
tax
half.
come out at the end of the year.
that's one.
Mhm, that's
You
one.
get January,
Mhm.
December and January, no penalty.
Right.
The
Well-
tax sale
we
is.
gotta wrap
December,
this up.
February.
We're gonna, we're moving.
Let me clarify
Oh,
something.
no, no.
I just wanna clear up the
I
tax
gotta, I
year.
let her finish, Ms. Gray, hold
Yes.
on. When she finish, we're gonna either, she gonna rescind that motion or we're gonna move on.
The tax sale is in April,
Mhm.
okay? From April, they get 24 months to redeem. So
Okay.
the 3-year piece,
They can
that's,
save it.
that's.
Yeah,
All right, we
in my
understand.
opinion,
they can save it.
What you gonna do with your
kinda
motion?
I have a
confusing.
question.
It's
wanna wait.
confusing because
Do I
people
need to get
come
a
into
second?
us and they tell us, well, I got 3 years. No, ma'am, you
gotta
already
redeem.
used up the
Pull it
year.
back,
I'm rescinding.
pull it back, then make it
Okay.
come.
Here's the problem here.
What?
The buyers, they buy in at the sale, they get 1.5% interest
That's good
on
investment.
their
I'm
money.
gonna let it stay so we don't.
Yeah.
I tried.
That's it.
But they're looking-
I'm not
You
gonna
gon-
rescind it.
You not? Okay.
Not gonna rescind the book, so I said.
Yeah.
All right,
That's
and I got a
18%
motion,
per
I've
annum.
got a motion on the floor.
But I do have a question. for
All right,
Ms.
let me see if I can get you a second.
Good investment.
Can I get a second for
It's
her
a great
motion?
investment.
A motion,
I would suggest, give us a little more time to look at that.
I do.
Rescind that.
I rescind it.
thank you, Ms. Go ahead.
Ms. Lee, how do you advertise to let people, like for people who don't, I'm not the regulars, but if anybody new who wanted to go online and maybe see what's out there, how do you advertise so people know?
We advertise through DDT department.
Okay, so you
DDT
know
newspaper.
DDT come out once a week.
We do it twice. The law requires us to do it 2 times in March. The second and third week of that month. Matter of fact, it's coming out Wednesday, this Wednesday.
Okay, so you know this, like you said, this is new days, 2026, that's
Mhm.
electronic, so why are we
Mhm.
not advertising electronic, I'm just asking.
Well, I don't.
Is
you-
it possible you put on the Facebook
Probably
page,
could.
Washington County
No.
Facebook page, our website? The information,
Oh,
advertising,
I'll pass it on to
Share it on-
Shalisa, she
on
can
our
share it
Facebook
on there,
page.
yeah.
Gotcha.
Not the listing now, the listing is very long. I don't know, we probably have to talk to Ron
Deed.
about
no,
something
I
like that.
mean, whatever,
Just announcing it
whatever.
where they
whatever
can
you put
find
in the
information.
newspaper,
Okay.
You mean
okay.
on the county's website?
On the county's
The
website.
county website and Facebook page, I mean, if you're gonna
Oh.
put in, I mean, you still do the
Well-
newspaper, but I'm just saying, we also, if we're gonna be doing electronic, whatever, how do we not advertise electronic? Cause you're looking at a group of people that, a few, I ain't gonna say, the numbers are not the same as going to the DDT as it is today.
Yeah, because newspaper are really becoming obsolete.
Or-
Just about.
Now, are you proposing to advertise the properties
Jeez.
individually or just notice of
The
the
notice,
tax sale?
just a notice.
Now, that can be done. just
Notice
a-
of the tax sale,
Yeah,
yeah,
On the
okay,
on
yeah,
our
on
social
Right.
media
Yeah.
and our,
Okay.
website.
yeah,
yeah.
all day, all morning.
Okay,
And
Yeah,
would
we
it
could
be a
do that.
breakdown of how they go through the process, would he need to contact you?
Okay, they can contact us because in order to participate in the tax sale, they got to register through our office.
Okay, so the thing is letting them know how many days in advance they need to do it.
Pretty
And
much,
this is.
pretty
for-
much everybody know this here in local, because they've been
Nah,
coming in.
everybody- I'm on the board and I don't know it. I've
That's
been-
because you haven't asked.
No, I did, I registered once. and
You
told me I
read- so you
couldn't
knew
because
it.
I was a supervisor, I
Right.
couldn't be it.
No,
Right, you
can-
cannot.
Huh? You did what?
I
So you knew
registered-
that.
I, no, I did not till you told me.
Right.
I registered to purchase some property and then you told me I could not be it because I was a supervisor.
Right, correct.
So I didn't go through the process.
Right,
all right,
Okay.
I appreciate y'all. Good conversation.
all right.
Thank you,
You're
Mindy.
so welcome. Thank you all.
Wow,
So
okay,
Celeste
dokie.
didn't buy nothing?
No, ma'am.
Y'all will talk about that later.
I mean, she told me that. I didn't know this when I first got elected.
Can we have some conversation in the executive session about do's and don'ts, though?
No, not
What
today.
you say in the board meeting, because some things expose us to some potential dangers, okay?
We good, but we're not gonna do that. You already you're on the list for executive session.
Yeah.
You good, right? You
Yeah.
finish your report? Okay, I'm gonna get it, once I get all the reports, I'm gonna copy the documents into the minutes. Now, what are we doing with this?
With what?
The levy board appointment and that little sheet I gave you.
I looked at it, what do you mean, what? It's up to y'all whether or not you wanna proceed with it.
Drainage ditch, yeah.
Drainage commission, drainage commission,
Drainage commission.
Where
Plus,
is it?
deferral appointment, there it is.
now keep in mind,
Got somebody
you
know
gonna do
for
this,
it?
you gonna do that?
They're asking that this
At
person
10
be
o'clock.
appointed.
All right.
Who's this
David
person?
Furr,
That's the fact that they're recommending.
yeah, recommended.
They're recommending.
That's your guy.
Is he
No.
already sit on the, board? Is he already there? He's just,
Which one is it? Which one is it?
It says order appointing David.
It's been on
He
the,
appointed, it said order appointing.
it's been on the last two agendas.
for this one, this particular one?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. It's been on the agenda for the last two meetings.
So he's already
And
on.
we
I make
failed
a-
to
I
take-
make a motion that he stays on there.
Well,
His name not on here. Is this Riverside Fire District?
No, drainage. Is that right? Is that correct?
but it's been on the agenda for twice.
Right now they got,
And we not familiar
Gifford
with it?
Steel is on there.
So these are 6-year appointments.
I think that's,
Gibson, Steele, and Lee Franco are both commissioners.
Y'all need, no. You all will review this, and we gotta do something at the next meeting.
gotcha, all right,
We've got to do something at the next meeting.
okay.
Please be
I'll send that,
prepared.
so we'll wait till next meeting.
Please. Hospital has absolutely zero to do with these appointments. What that mean?
For their appointments. Right. They've
They-
got some people that's coming up.
Yeah, but they have nothing to do with that. That's the board's decision. That's my point. Why would they reach out?
I guess just.
You
notify
good?
them, so that's it.
We're gonna postpone to the next meeting. What's the motion we finna take on that, Mr. Griffin?
The postpone consideration at the next meeting.
Everybody good? That's a motion?
For the, this,
All
Drainage
all the
commission.
new appointments.
All the new appointments at the
I
next
do
meeting.
have a question going back to this, who drew that up? The paper you just had.
They did.
They did, probably Hal Mitchell over there at Cameron Law.
So I guess the question, why they didn't include, say they just really wanted him, but they, David Furr.
But no, just stop. Before you continue to call the names, we're gonna review this. You're gonna have your copy to look at while you're at home.
Oh, I see, he's the only one that's up, I got you.
All right, you good. Other than that, let me have that back, Ms. Brooke. One
He
copy
gave-
of it.
He gave, I'm looking at it, you need this
You
now?
know, now you want
All the different papers,
all three of them not.
all the three
You
different
just
papers.
email them a copy.
Yeah, but it was one sheet when they got it on
No,
email.
it's three different papers.
No.
All right, there it is.
That's all
Would you
your
resend
appointments.
it to me, would you make me a copy of it?
You already did.
Thank you.
All right. We're gonna postpone to the next meeting, you all.
Yeah, it's more
Now,
organized.
it's after
than
10
it
o'clock,
it-
and I do have
it
a
used to be.
bid opening for the 6-month supply list. What should I do with that, with this bid opening, Mr. Attorney?
What time is it?
10:00 something?
Move
10:04.
forward, you know, you can announce that you're about to open bids and inquire whether or not there are any other bids that's been received prior to 10 o'clock.
All right, we're about to open bids for the 6-month supply list, and are there any other bids that need to be turned in? to this
What
10
was the
o'clock
deadline
bid
for
opening?
receipt of bids?
That was Friday at 5.
Well-
I did receive one, email, but it wasn't in the proper form that I advertised it, so it's not gonna be.
Yeah, so you only receive, how many did you receive? How many bids did you receive by 5 PM Friday? In proper form? Just one?
7.
7? Okay.
We got 7. There was one that's not because it did not follow the guidelines. All right, we're about to open these bids. If there's no one else that has a bid,
Do we have tabulation form? No.
tabulation form.
Charlize, would you?
You can use this right here.
But that's a tablet. You can keep it up on there. You can write it in there, yeah.
All right.
You can use that form.
Pass that to Ms. Carr. Ms. Carr.
Here's one. Okay.
She got one in front of her. Oh, Jerry need one, I'm sorry. Jerry, there yours right there.
Here's one.
There, Jerry's is
got
right
one?
there. He got one under the envelope right there. Yeah. Pass me that one. I don't need it, I'm good.
Okay.
All right, we're about to open the bids. Everybody ready? Here we go. We're about to open the bids. Y'all ready, Ms. Pruitt?
Yes, I'm ready.
All right, here we go. Go ahead.
Proof of publication.
No,
Bid is from Gateway Pipe.
Gateway what?
You need a motion to add the proof of publication to the minute, Mr. McGee.
So moved.
Got a motion? And a second, all in favor, show by sign of aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. Thank you,
What's the
Chris.
motion?
To add the proof of publication to the minutes. When I copy our documents, won't that do it? Go ahead. Okay. I'm good. He
She's
good?
trying to get one over there, so.
He good?
You got one?
Yeah.
Okay.
I need everything.
You do?
Oh, thank you.
Oh, you know it comes back. Check your drawer.
I mean, ain't nothing now.
Check your drawer. What?
Number 10.
Oh, watch this, excuse me.
Paper.
There's one or two in mine.
You can't open this one. Mr. Attorney, would you please
Yes. Do that.
open that?
That's a bid.
Yeah. She couldn't get it open.
Just tear it over. Sometimes I wonder if McGee think a time bomb in one of them or something. He's afraid to open it.
I didn't know if some white powder gonna fly out of it.
He won't open anything.
No, something comes to the office. I don't know why Ms. Carter them sent this envelope over here closed.
Okay, Gateway Pipe is bidding on item number 7.
That's at the bottom. Go ahead.
12-inch steel
Get in on
pipe.
that.
Okay. I don't see nothing like that on here.
We got to break it down.
$16.90.
Number
How much?
7.
$16.90, number 2 grade.
Is that per foot, $16.90?
$16.90 a foot.
Who's the bidder?
Gateway pipe
Okay.
for number 7.
Number 1 grade, $17.90 a foot. The 16-inch is $26.
What number is that?
Still same.
Still same bidder.
Number 1.
Still same
It's
bidder,
just-
Gateway.
I'm just reading what's on here. So that's gonna be number 2. That's gonna be number 2 grade.
Okay, all right.
16-inch at $26 a foot. 20-inch, still number 2 grade, $35 a foot. 24-inch, $45 a foot. Okay.
Mr. President.
Hey.
This is gonna be lengthy. Could I say that we do let them open bids like we
Yes.
do on everything else and do a spreadsheet with everything on it? Because this is gonna be very lengthy.
But she still need to read it
Well,
out.
We've got to do it.
Not necessarily.
That's what we do
What
on
she
the-
can do is identify the builders.
That's right.
And someone make a motion,
And the item
turn them over to,
They got to go to the road department anyway.
to have them tabulated, make recommendations.
Yeah, but she makes copies of everything before
Yes.
she sends it, yeah.
Right, and board members can see
Yeah,
the copy.
because that would give us time to look, this is gonna be lengthy here, and then you might have to go back and look at everything
No,
per foot.
but the road department makes the decision.
I understand they
No.
make the decision.
They
but
make a
it has to come to us for approval.
A recommendation.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, you're right.
My recommendation would be, that all the bids be opened, that the names be called.
That's right.
Of who the bidder is, okay, and, that they be turned over to the road department, for recommendation to the board. They over there in
And
tax.
even with the recommendation, we want to see a spreadsheet of whatever, everything.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
right, they have to submit that
So moved.
for the minutes.
Got a
on
motion?
each one.
And a second. All in favor, show by sign of aye.
Aye.
Any opposed?
So we need to go ahead and read all of them and read the,
That's who they,
who they're from.
And in the meantime, you'll keep a copy for board members' purpose, okay?
All right, Gateway Pipe and Supply, item number 7 and item number 9. Grable Steel Sales, they just list 12 inch, 16 inch, 22 inch, seems like pipe.
Now, you don't have to call all that out. No,
No, no.
just identify who
The
it
bidder.
is, okay? Yeah. Are they bidding on, what item, you can say what item they bidding on. Are they bidding on a particular item?
They bidding on pipe and they bidding on drill pipe, tank pipe.
Okay, right, okay.
Henry Construction Company, item number 11. Ergon,
what is it?
Asphalt. APAC. Asphalt. Contact. Item number 15. Last one. Custom product. Item number 4, traffic center. Where I do it?
Hey, Reverend,
That's it?
Reverend Sheriff.
All right. So we'll go ahead and pass those on to the road department and wait for their feedback and their recommendation. That's it, miss, that's all you have? All right, the bid process is now concluded. We'll go back into the regular meeting. Ms. Carter, you ready? You okay over there? Jerry, you good? Can you catch your breath? Ms. Brooks. Ms. Brooks, pass me the back. Did you get me? Yes, ma'am. Oh, grip, no, let him go, let him go. He got his mic on. Yeah, he had his mic on. He always does that. Let him go. Come on, Miss Carter. Go ahead, Miss Carter.
We have expended 46.
Yeah, what is wrong with y'all? We
Come on, Miss Carter.
We have expended 46.8% of our budget through March 16th compared to 50%. Receipts deposited February 28th through March 15th total $437,981.02. I am requesting board approval of our claims docket totaling $456,743.71.
So moved.
I got a motion and a second. All in favor, show by sign of aye. Any opposed, motion carries.
And requesting travel for myself to attend the mandatory 2025 Community Development Block Grant Implementation Workshop on March 25th, 2026 in Pearl, Mississippi with an estimated cost of $350.
So moved.
Second.
Got a motion and a second. All in favor, show by sign of aye. Any opposed, motion carries.
Requesting payment in the amount of $181,431.60 to McBride Construction for construction services performed for ERDR 7609 Surveillance Road. We do have those funds.
So moved.
Got a motion and a second. All in favor, show by sign of aye. Any opposed, motion carries.
Requesting payment in the amount of $76,245 to Century Construction for construction services performed for ERDR 7608 Avondale.
So moved.
Got a motion and a second. Second, Jerry. All righty. All in favor, show by sign of aye. Any opposed, motion carries.
Requesting payment to Hook Engineering Services in the amount of $63,698.76 for surveying FR&R plans performed for LSVP 7634 Huntington Point Road, and we do have those funds.
So moved.
Got a motion? I'm gonna second. Thank you, Jerry. All in favor, show by sign of aye. Any opposed, motion carries. That's unanimous.
The Sportsplex is requesting to enter into a contract with Graphite Payments for credit card services to be used for concession sales and other services offered at Sportsplex.
So
The
moved.
same company that Convention Center.
So moved.
I got a motion.
Point of
And a second.
information,
Point of information.
why they pick that particular company?
That's the same company Convention Center and Tax Collector.
Okay.
Any other questions? All in favor, show by sign of aye. Any opposed, motion carries.
Requesting that county offices are closed on Friday, April 3rd, 2026 in observance of the Good Friday holiday.
So moved.
The who Friday?
Good Friday.
Oh,
So moved.
I got a motion
second.
and a second. How many days do we close a year?
All the time.
Thank you, Ms. Brooks.
They like the children now. The children be out of school all the time now.
I mean,
The state gives
all
these
go-
on.
all government entities don't close and we be closed.
The state, that's the state. I ain't gonna get mad. The governor been nice.
Let me explain that.
I ain't gonna
what that
hate.
deal was, Mr. McGee. You be open on Confederate Memorial Day, all right? The state offered an option. You can close on Confederate Memorial Day as a holiday.
When is, I don't know when that is.
Or Good Friday.
We
The
took
county chose
Good Friday.
instead of.
I got a motion and a second.
But when
All
the-
in
when is
favor, show by sign of aye.
Confederate
Any opposed, motion carries.
April 30th.
Hey,
Day? I don't know.
Last
I don't know them holidays.
Lee, they kind of stout. Everybody over here cutting up.
I'm requesting permission to fill,
The papers out.
Justice Court Clerk is requesting permission to fill the
South
vacancy
Delta.
Get several up, get several up.
in Justice
I was reading it. Just go
I'm
read
sorry,
it.
say that again.
Oh, here it is. I'll go
Court
together.
Clerk is requesting to fill that vacancy that she
Look
had
at this right here.
and Justice Court
Look at that.
now appointed her.
So moved.
Got a motion and a second. All in favor, show by sign of aye. Any opposed, motion carries. Thank you, Tom.
In our county.
Came
High paying
this
job.
morning. During the ice storm, Convention Center did an emergency repair for the roof.
Okay.
To R&R Sheet Metal in the amount of $6,671.16, requesting to have put it in the minutes for audit that it was an emergency
So moved.
Got a motion? And a second. All in favor, show by sign of aye. Any opposed? Motion carries.
They did bring back the second quote for that fitness court shade, and the first one is Level Up Retail Services in the amount of $64,500.
Damn.
The second one is Magnolia Recreation in the amount of $69,550. They're requesting that we go with the lowest.
Can I see what it is? It's a what?
Still cover.
Yeah,
That
yeah.
shade cover for the.
Something that look like the like cloth at the top, but it's
Canopy.
really not. Come here. Yeah.
You good, Ms. Brooke?
And that's for what?
Exercise court.
The fitness court.
Convention center.
He usually is on.
That was,
Okay.
for the full coverage on that?
So the 50 plus that. Oh, we got a grant of 50. Am I correct? It was a grant for
They
50.
gave us a grant. I was thinking.
Okay, and then you doing the 69 out your ARPA. Okay.
That was more than that. We spent a whole lot more money than that. A whole lot more money.
His ARPA funds.
Yeah.
Okay.
You good?
Yeah.
All right, you got a motion and a second. All in favor, show by sign of aye.
Can I see
Any,
it?
any opposed? Motion carries.
I did give you guys a letter from
What is that?
the Washington County Library System. Sidney Cobb
Right.
is no longer there, and he's no longer the director. If you guys recall, sometime either last year or year before last, I presented to the board a report from them saying that the property that the library, Avalon Library, had asbestos in it.
Say that again.
Asbestos.
It's what now?
The Avalon Library had asbestos in it.
Oh, okay.
So they have suspended services until their repairs being made. They want to know if there's any progress being done on repairing or replacing the tile. And I reprinted a report that they sent along with it.
They got to bake the asbestos first. They just can't replace the tile. They got to bait it first, and then it's asbestos.
Why?
Oh, here's my key.
Lee, I can't catch. I'm missing something.
Well, I guess, I mean, if you said you reported that to us last year.
Or a year before.
Okay, I'm like,
It was a while, it was a while.
So the
Maybe,
hot-
Because they did Mr. LaShure.
Can I get a copy of that, of that?
I put it,
Okay, all right.
everybody has
Thank you.
one.
And I'll get with the engineer too and see what needs to happen.
And let us know. Quick.
Okay,
So they're not gonna put anybody in there until that's.
right.
That makes sense. Well, they operate
Tyler
legally.
Metcalf sent a letter, sponsorship invitation, Together We Thrive. It's the mayor's gala benefiting the Get Fit Metcalf initiative. Our community faces the challenges from misinformation and Medicaid. Okay, Metcalf is choosing an option. They're launching a Get Fit Metcalf to promote wellness, prevention, and community connection, beginning with the restoration of their community park. They're looking to do repaving the walking trail, adding new playground equipment, installing outdoor workout equipment, restoring the baseball field, improving lighting, seating, and accessibility. And they're asking for the board to sponsor since they don't have an amount here. They say the sponsorship isn't possible at this time. Individual gala tickets are $25 per person or $45 per couple, and any donation is welcome.
Okay.
So our donation will be the ticket. The gala.
I guess we'll make individual donations.
Okay, the tax assessor, they have a computer there that they use for their office. It's like 9 years old, and the computer is obsolete now. But they're asking to replace that computer, and they do have it in their budget. The lowest quote is Dawkins in the amount of $4,995. The second quote is Middle South Computer in the amount of $6,116.24.
I move we up the lowest.
Second.
Got a motion and a second. All in favor, show by sign of aye. Any opposed? Motion carries.
I was asked when the election ended to produce y'all the numbers from the election, so I did do that. The board actually approved $124,000 collectively for the parties. They only spent 86
All right now.
Both parties spent 86.
total.
Oh, no.
Collectively, it was 86,000.
Oh,
So
no.
what was
Oh,
the
no.
Democrat and what was Republican?
Thank you. What we need is a complete breakdown on each party.
I can, Democratic Party spent like 62,000. Republicans spent like 24,000.
Wasn't it, oh, you can't use profanity in here, can you?
I'm
Yeah, I
not
might
What in the
cut-
world's going on?
election, so y'all gonna have to ask those people.
No. Give us the printout and give us a report from each party. Individual parties, we can see what they spend, how they spend it.
Okay, well, I'm gonna ask the party.
And that'll be fine. But give the board a breakdown on expenditures from each group. Okay?
We ready.
Not today.
Okay, they'll.
But you, that's gonna, yeah, that's fine.
Y'all ready?
But somebody that spent 60-something thousand, how did you say they spent?
Like 62.
And the others spent what?
Republicans spent like 24.
It was the same election, right?
Yep.
Same precincts, right? Excuse me, Bert.
Both of them had
Excuse me,
a
Bert.
Senate and a congressional race.
But they were the same precinct,
Same precinct.
the same election. This is gonna be interesting. Oh, no, not now. No.
I ain't not gonna be like, that's a big difference.
That's it?
Yeah.
You held the best for last. Come on.
The NG,
How much?
E911, proposal, the grant application. Are we ready to get that approved today?
Yes, but they have to choose an option on there, and one of the options was to open a whole separate bank account, which is what the state is recommending. Or, just have some strong financials, or just, it just depends on how the board wants to do it.
Just open up an account.
We don't have that, other than our county administrator, we don't have that strong financial, support mechanism to do something other than open a separate bank account.
Right.
I mean,
That's
why is
common
it even a
sense.
question?
Right.
Sir?
Why would that even be a question? If that's what's recommended by the state?
Well, so move we open up a new account.
They gave options.
Yeah, they gave options.
I'm glad you're taking the right one.
I
got a motion.
to open up a
I
new
got a
account.
motion and a second. All in favor, show by sign of aye. Any opposed? Motion carries.
Over these accounts.
Right, that's right. You're gonna have
So
to.
what's the proper way there? Who needs to
Well,
be?
The difficult side of it is, in terms of accounting, see, there's a requirement that, what is it, once a month?
They have to do monthly reporting.
Monthly report on
All
by
right.
the first Monday in
That's
the
fine.
month.
Is there an administrative fee to go along with that?
No.
Why not?
That was
No,
handed
no.
to me
By
for
who?
review.
By-
No, there's nothing in there, unfortunately.
This grant for what?
Generally speaking, the
What this grant for?
E911, the board would handle it, and the director would be responsible for signing it. But in the past, our E911 has always come through the what, the board of supervisors.
And they should.
So we didn't create a strong E911 board, with responsibilities and duties.
Do we have an E911 board?
Yes.
Who's on it?
Yeah, you got a board that,
I
in the
mean,
past you had.
I mean, he can't be on the board and work now.
No, it's not him. It's
Okay.
not
No,
him.
he's advisor to the
The
board.
reason I know that, because when I was a fire chief, I was part of that board. I know they used to. But I got a question for
Please.
Charlie. Would it be helpful to ask the auditors how we need to set this up, and maybe they give us some, a little bit better guidelines of that? Would that be helpful?
I do want to emphasize. the
Wait a
fact
minute.
that we're behind on time on this.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, but I mean, that's a phone call Charlize could make today.
It wouldn't, all they're gonna say is somebody designated to be over the accounts and maintain the reporting. That's all they're gonna say.
Who's done the reporting in the past?
Now, there are penalties if we don't get those records, those reports. in
Charlize,
on
is there something you
time.
wanna do?
So that's critical.
Is that something you wanna do?
It'll take money.
I put some money.
much?
I put some money in it.
I don't know, but
How much money involved, Ms. Carter?
So it's like a 70-30 split, the state sends checks and 7% goes into
1,500,000?
We don't know. We don't know. Whatever the state said. If there is
Whatever historically, what have they sent?
nothing, this is new.
Okay. All right.
I
If you,
think-
don't, I'm sorry.
So,
Mr.
Sir.
President, because Ms. Carter is very knowledgeable, I would push that you would do it, but we do need to give us something for doing this extra work, you know, not just be doing,
this
be
is
doing.
what I kind of make a suggestion. To maintain the funds and make sure that it's done correctly. I would suggest opening the separate bank account, and of course, as always, adding myself and Ms. Hansel as the signer. And just allow the recording to be done would be my recommendation.
Okay.
So move.
Second. All in favor, show by sign of aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. Any issues at all, Ms. Carter, let us know.
You need a motion to approve the application.
Got a motion
Second.
and a second. And authorized signatures. All in favor, show by sign of aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. And we'll make sure we get that taken care of, the signature and all.
Yeah, kind of let us know how that goes.
All right, that's your report, Ms. Carter? Chief?
Sorry, I thought Ms. Holmes was gonna go.
Hmm?
Good
Mr.
morning.
President.
Hey.
Damn, no wonder they
Yes,
mad
ma'am.
at me. It's opened
Get
me
several
up.
of them.
Oh my goodness, it's opened me all the way up. Some verbal vapor rub. Some oral vapor rub.
Don't do that.
I'm just
That
saying,
ain't
you
what
can
it say.
eat it. Yeah, it's opened me all the way up. It's like I got vapor rub on.
First, I'd like to say that, to you all to report that our ACA audit went well. We were 100% in that area.
Wonderful. Congratulations.
Thank you. And the next thing I have is that the meal log for February 21st to March the 6th at the Washington County Regional Correctional Facility goes in the amount of $16,524.00. No, I'm sorry, 9 cents.
Need a motion to accept? I got a motion and a second. All in favor, show by sign of aye. Any opposed? Motion
Nay.
I got it, one nay. Motion carries.
Also, I don't know it's the first time that I come up against this, but Mr. Ed Harger's contract, who is the
That's the win.
consultant to the jail, his contract need to be renewed, and he was requesting that it be renewed.
What does he do?
He is a consultant to the jail. He oversees all the policies. He helps us with the policies, maintain the policies and procedures of the jail. He comes in and makes sure that our ACA standards are in line, keep the guidelines and everything in order.
So
And I
what-
work with him. He's
What did we
good to
pay
work
him?
with.
What did we pay him?
I think the amount was 4,000 right per month. That's what it was original contract stated, and that's what he wants to remain.
Last time you reviewed that contract, Mr. Griffin?
It's been a while, but I would recommend it. He is needed. He is well versed. I've known him for 40 years.
All right, but you
He's
can
one of the best in the state.
make your recommendation.
But we do need to upgrade
I can
our
forward the
contract to
contract
make
to
sure
you.
it's accurate.
I can forward
Yeah, update the contract. We can't go on friendship.
a copy. Yes, sir.
Give me a motion
Make a motion to approve with
And-
the attorney's.
and a review.
The contract.
Second.
Got a motion and a second. All in favor, show by sign of aye. Any opposed? Motion carries.
All right, thank you.
Thank you,
That's
sir.
it.
All right, we got a couple of additions. But we have an executive session, don't we?
Yep.
Anything from you, Ms. Carter? No. All right, Lee, you good? Tommy, you good? Okay,
Yeah, I'm all right.
good enough. Ms. Jerry, you good? That's wild. All right, let me know when you're ready. I'll come back when you're ready. Hey,
I'm ready.
hey. Come on, Ms. Mayor. I'm sorry. You know.
I would like to announce
that the town of Arcola has received a $300,000 CDBG grant
Oh, awesome,
contingent
congratulations.
upon environmental clearance.
Amen.
Say that again. Depending on what?
Contingent upon environmental clearance.
Well, congratulations, Mayor. You working hard.
We're back over there. We're covered there.
What
We're
you-
covered
what is
there,
that
right?
right there? In your hand.
Car,
Hey,
a car.
You can get a car with that. You can get a car with
No, it's just for waste.
what'd you say? I hadn't reviewed it yet. I gave it to you to make sure you review it. This is also a CDGB grant award. But I gotta read it.
Got to April 10th to return the contract.
Is that for City Greenville?
Let me go through it and make sure where it is and what it's going. How much
You mean
is
the
it?
Belton grant?
That was one of those things in my box and didn't get open. But we'll review that one.
Let's take it under advisement, we'll just put it on the agenda for the next meeting.
Wow. It's a CDGB grant. I just gotta review it. Also, Ms. Brooks, you ready?
Yes.
Okay, go ahead.
Yes, for the month of March, of course, there's so many things that we bringing awareness to. One of them is brain injury awareness. Another one that caught my attention was
I gotta have it back.
World Bipolar Day Clinical Advisory for our month, and that's March the 30th. Just falling back with mental health, you know, we can't ever sleep on it. It's it's very knowledgeable now, and people need to, be mindful that just because we have mental health is not, I would say, it's still taboo, but it shouldn't be taboo in 2026 because sometimes we all need to talk to someone to address the concerns that one may be having mentally. The issue is just going and getting yourself some help. Also, March 21st is World Down Syndrome Day, and March 10th, past us, was National Women and Girls HIV/AIDS Awareness Day. The reason why I bring that up is HIV is back on the rise in 2026. I don't know the reason why, but I think we need to always pay attention to protect ourselves, be knowledgeable, because, you look at the numbers of HIV compared to 5 years ago, you just wonder what happened that it just transcended, the numbers are going back up again. Also, March 4th was World Obesity Day. And I just really put emphasis on self-care, self-love, pay attention to what you eat, read your labels. Reading labels are very important. I mean, it may take shopping a little longer now, but it's also knowing the names like fructose. You see that? That is not good. That is bad sugar, and that causes a lot of obesity and diabetes in our community. And also, March 4th was International HPV Awareness, and it's human papillomavirus. And that is a vaccination called Gardasil that can reduce women from having cervical cancer, the first vaccination for a cancer. And also throat cancer. So now they're encouraging young boys and little girls to go and get your vaccination, Gardasil vaccination at an early age so you won't get HPV, not HIV, HPV, human papillomavirus, because if you get it, it reduces the chance of women getting cervical cancer. They encourage them to start getting that vaccination at age 9, boys getting throat cancer. So I encourage Facebook world, educate yourself on HPV, because there is a vaccination, the first vaccination for cancer. Thank you.
Okay. Last month we had a request for the Shriners event next month at the convention center. They also passed out a solicitation letter for an ad in their ad booklet. We don't, normally, but I've got the request somewhere. It's just a flyer. But I wanted to put that out in front of the board to see what's your pleasure.
How much is the ad?
There it is. What'd that say?
How much is it? The Shriners. What's up with the Shriners?
Inside front cover or inside back cover, $250, back cover, $250, full page is $100, photo included. Full page no photo, $70, half page, $50, $135.
We're gonna take a,
Inside,
gonna take a-
inside front cover.
yeah, that, how much is that?
$250.
Inside front or inside back cover, $250.
So move.
No, we can't do it from the board. But let me just do get the county letter in there for $100, and I'm gonna pay for that.
Why the board could not support the Shriners?
It ain't, it's a donation. You can't do a donation. Huh? Yeah.
I'll add another 100 if someone else chip in the 50, we can do.
Inside front?
I give the 50
There it is.
for the inside.
So we good. They don't take no action. What's wrong, Ms. Cole? Okay, Dr. Wu, you late, we're about to close out. Did you need to see the board?
I think that, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
What was that? Okay. Never mind it.
You take cash out.
But,
Apple Pay.
But, all right, that's it then. We've got an executive session. We'll give it to Ms. Carter. She'll make it happen. We've got an huh? I'll get it. You gonna copy his, but put our, the picture with the whole board and change the language. What's wrong, bro? Look in the other pocket, that's where your basketballs are. But,
I don't walk around with $100 bills in my pocket.
but, we've got an executive session, and what is the issue? What is the issue? What is the issue, Mr. Griffin?
The EEOC charge and the second issue is going to be.
That's a legal matter, right?
Yes. Discuss contract negotiation.
All right.
I've been throwing
All right,
fives. Look at all this.
I need a motion to go into closed session to announce our
Oh, this
intent for
fun
executive
money.
session. So moved. Got a motion?
We don't throw ones, we throw five.
I need a second. Thank you, Tommy. We're going into executive session. All in favor, show by sign of aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. We're going into executive session for contract negotiation, potential litigation. I need a motion to go ahead and close.
I had too many fives.
Into close. Need a motion? I need a motion.
So moved.
I got a motion and a second.
Second.
Thank you. We're going to executive session now to discuss contract negotiation and potential litigation. All in favor, show by sign of aye. Any opposed? Motion traveling to
Here, I
DC,
can
but
large
because of all the weather and everything else, we're not going.
This time, we ain't gonna out of 8 years, we gonna ride this time.
All right, we need to adjourn. This is the last meeting of this month, right?
Yes.
Is it?
Yeah,
Dog.
we going into
Yes,
April.
keep on, you rushing the days.
All right, April 20th, we're gonna do our road inspection. Y'all good?
I thought we were doing something today.
What long as you done held us here?
I ain't hold us in today. I was talking. I was hearing y'all today.
Yeah, we open.
So we ain't having none today? I thought you
No.
supposed to come your way. You supposed to
No,
tell
he ain't
me.
told no. It was a road inspection first. We can't do
You
it
gonna
today.
have some food or something. I ready. I was. I ain't eat no breakfast.
Hey,
You want to eat out there?
Y'all know me cook. Don't y'all know that the food y'all I do eat. You know,
Yeah,
y'all